All right, everyone, here we go from inside Hetland Arena in New Bedford, Massachusetts. We welcome you to our coverage of Raider hockey on YouTube and Somerset Access TV. It's Division 3 versus Division 2 as the 4-2 Somerset Berkley Raiders get set to take on the 4-4 Dartmouth Indians. Thank you for joining us on all of our tape delay feeds and our YouTube live stream. I'm Keegan Hamblett with Joey Frank and Mikey Alves. Brian Moniz is the man running our camera. Joey, I'm going to start with you because you covered the game on Wednesday. Back and forth battle in a tight conference matchup with the Apponequet. Somerset Berkley gets the win 5-4, but there's definitely room to improve on.
100% Keegan. I look to Somerset to be more disciplined today and stay out of the penalty box. Dartmouth's a great team, and if they put themselves in the penalty box, they're going to pay for it. So I look to stay disciplined and also keep that cycle work in the offensive zone going well. They did it great on the other night against Apponequet. Let's hope they continue it tonight.
Somerset Berkley is in blue today. Dartmouth is in white. A packed house here in New Bedford. The two captains will take the opening face-off. Aiden Cruz for Dartmouth and Adam Bastos for Somerset Berkley. This game is underway. Off the face-off, it'll be sent down off the boards a little bit too far for Nate Mello. Caden DeCosta trying to chip it up for Aiden Cruz. And Mikey, Aiden Cruz is the guy for Dartmouth. Recorded 100 career points. He hit that mark last year in his junior season, and he's got 17 points in 8 games this year.
Yeah, I think for Somerset to come out strong in this game, they're just going to have to start hard and start fast. And kind of going off what Joey said, Keegan, stay disciplined. You can't be taking stupid penalties or, you know, just keeping your head down and fiddling with the puck and creating stupid turnovers. But if they start off strong and get away from that quickly, I don't think it'll be a problem for them.
That one's sent in deep by Cruz. It's going to be an early icing against the Indians. The face-off's going to be over here on our end. Starting goaltenders for both sides. Battle of the ones. Gavin Rodriguez for Somerset Berkley. Jack Howarth for Dartmouth. Howarth is replacing longtime netminder Ashton Machado. So not a lot of action for him, but he did win the starting battle against Aiden Delgado. Now, Mikey, you covered the game against Mansfield. That was another Division 2 side on Monday, which Somerset Berkley lost. Dartmouth is a Division 2 team. How should Somerset Berkley be able to rebound and get to 500 in Division 2 play?
Well, see, with that game, it seemed like Somerset never got their legs going until late in the third period. I didn't see them really get going until like 6 minutes left. But Mansfield, you have to give credit to them. Their forecheck was impressive. They were constantly on the puck, giving Somerset no time and space to breathe. And I think if Somerset played just at least a little bit better than they did last game, they'll be fine tonight. But I think a big part defensively with the key to win is having bodies in front of the net. I noticed last game against Apponequet when I watched the highlights that there was way too many Apponequet wingers and centers wide open in front of the net. You know, with all the time and space in the world to shoot and score. And if they, you know, just have big guys like Mason Sullivan and upperclassmen in front, then they won't have a problem defensively.
That's Blankush going to his left to Brady Fitzpatrick, who had 3 points in that win on Wednesday against Apponequet. Stepping into the zone, Bryce Desiree knocked off the puck and tapping it out and taking a stumble on the side. Looked like that was Logan Rose out there. Regathered by Blankush behind Rodriguez's net. Blankush going to hold it up. He'll go to the right side. Evan Sylvia trying to get that one away. Want to connect. Lush over the middle. And Fitzpatrick hit it actually off of the referee right in front of the Dartmouth bench. And a shove in there from Lucas D'Souza. But 7 goals, 5 assists to his name this year. Watch out for him tonight. Able to get it up the ice. Axe into Cam McKenna. McKenna hits it off of the helmet of Caden DeCosta. DeCosta down low, turned over. Aaron Preston trying to get it in front, it wasn't there. Cruz cross ice off the stick of LaRocque, and Sullivan gonna send it in deep. One of 2 captains on Dartmouth, Will Gibson, to take it. McKenna will apply the pressure. Lucas D'Souza the other way, trying to get by Sullivan. D'Souza the stick drag, he's in, and he put it wide. Spurlett takes the shot, sticked away by Rodriguez. The follow-up scores! It's 1-0 Dartmouth. Maddox LaRocque, the team's leader in goals, gets things going early on.
It seems like Dartmouth's trying their absolute best right now to set the tone, and they're staying really physical right now, and I think Somerset just needs to match that early.
2:41 will be the time of the goal for Maddox LaRock. 10th goal of the season for him. Joey, there should really be no surprise that he's the one to get things going early on.
100%, Keegan. Now 10 goals in 9 games. This kid's on fire. Maddox LaRock seems like their go-to goal scorer here. Definitely a player to watch tonight.
Barboza puts one on frame. It's covered by Jack Howarth. Usually our second whistle, as I like to do it. Time to meet the head coaches on both sides. Somerset Berkley, it's Kevin Snyder in his 22nd season, all-time wins leader for the Raider hockey program. For Dartmouth, Mark Rossi in his 3rd season, career record with Dartmouth, 27-22. He used to be a head coach at New Bedford High, and that's where he currently works as a math teacher. He was there until 2017 when that program folded. Here's Evan Barboza with Cruz applying the pressure. Trying to go cross ice with stick down. Cruz takes it away, gets it out. On the side, they score again! It's the Rock! He doubles the lead. Wow.
And there he is again, Keegan. Maddox LaRock, 11 goals in 9 games. This kid's hot right now. Hot early, too. He's looking for a hat trick, it looks like, right now. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. Wow.
It'll be 3:17 the time of the goal. 2 goals in a span of 1.5 minutes. The Raiders quickly see themselves down 2 on the road. How do you guys bounce back from that, knowing you're down 2 early on? We're not even 4 minutes into this game.
First of all, start by getting the puck over the line and get it in deep. The forecheck's going to be huge tonight. This Dartmouth team is physical and they know how to play hockey. It's not going to be like the other night against Apponequet where they're going to be able to control a lot of the puck into the offensive zone with possession. They're going to have to dig deep, play hard, and dump and chase.
Face-off will be on the left side of Jack Howarth. Sylvia and Baparland in the circle, and Sylvia will redirect it wide. Adds Gibson in a tie-up with Camara. Not sent out. The second effort will, though, from Baparland. Chance Simmons going to send it in wide, as Rodriguez had to be alert to that one. That's Lush trying to find Fitzpatrick. It's not there. Sylvia nearly turned it over, but he'll start it up on his left side. Nudged into the boards by Zach Donadio. Fitzpatrick, the backhand in deep. Gibson, the senior defender, he's got 12 points to his name this season. Brady Baparland with a touch in there from McKenna. Not cleared out of the zone. Try from the line. Saved by Howard. 3 saves for him early on. DaCosta going to chip it out past the red line. Yeah, they say it did take a touch. No icing here. Sullivan, as both sides were in the middle of a line change. Up the ice. Spurlett walked in. We got a delayed offside here. Rodriguez lets it go for Gonzalez. Here's Cruz with it behind the net. D'Souza out, and Preston will get onto it for Somerset Berkley. Good keep-in by Frankie Long. Try from the line, won't go from LaRock. He wants a hat trick at the first 5 minutes of this one. And it's going to be sent out. 5 minutes in, 2-0. Dartmouth over Somerset Berkley. Joey, what's been the main difference so far?
Right now, the neutral zone play. Dartmouth's playing great along the boards, and Somerset can't get it through the neutral zone. They can barely even dump it in, and when they do, they're only getting the 1-2-2 forecheck here, so they only got one guy on the puck. It looks like they need to change to maybe a 2-1-2. Get a little aggressive here. I mean, they're down 2-0 early. There's nothing you can really lose.
That's Barboza who scores! A wicked wrister on the right side. The lead is cut in half. It's 2-1.
And Evan Barboza, last game against Apponequet, was cycling the puck well. His offensive presence is so known, Keegan.
Mark at 5:26, the time of the goal. Mikey, that's how quickly things can change here in hockey. That's why they say the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in this sport.
Yeah, I feel when you have a kind of poor start like Somerset's had this far, this determines how teams are built. If they're just going to, sit there and scream at each other and start making stupid plays and making selfish plays, then it's not going to do anything. But they answered the bell right back, and a star player like Evan Barboza answers the bell. And I think it's going to come up to guys like that, like him, and upperclassmen like him that need to step up big and win games like this.
This is Lush in the Somerset Berkley end, trying to chip it off the boards, and he couldn't find Evan Barboza. Was streaking forward. He might get back to that puck. Quick reaction by Paparlin, able to get it away, and a really good collision on the side with Barboza and Gibson. That's Bastis taking over. We have a whistle and a stoppage of play. And I think we had 2 pucks go on the ice. Something happened out there. The referee was pointing at that other puck. And there it is, 2 pucks on the ice.
Great shift by Evan Barboza there. Starts it off with a goal, then comes back with a big hit. I love the forecheck by him. Great shift so far, and I think he's going to stay on right now with the first line.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Against Mansfield this past Monday night, it kind of looked like they were getting a little bit bullied and roughed up a little bit. I'm talking about the Somerset Raiders, and they didn't have much of pushback, but early on setting the tone and you know, not letting themselves get bullied and answering back, I think that's huge for this team right now.
Blankush going to send it down to Costa to retake. 35 viewers on the live stream right now. Thank you to everybody watching and joining us tonight. Barboza couldn't glove it down and stays in the Dartmouth zone, but D'Souza handles it cleanly, right side off the boards, and Cruz just going to dump it in. Rodriguez will let it go for Lush. Mello unable to get it out. Cruz still battling in there. Larocque coming in to help as well. Try from the line, won it fall. Larocque trying to backhand it, and Will Gibson was a little bit too far behind. Here's Mello controlling. Good pass off the side, but Barboza, he's exhausted. They got to get a line change out there. Too far for Mello, and Sullivan will gather it in the back. Here's Frankie Long as that one pops up and over all the coaches in the back. Out of play, and we're going to have a face-off. Looks like just near center ice.
Both teams are making really good head-up plays right now, and they're good, crisp passes both ways. I haven't seen a lot of sloppy mistakes yet.
The Indians will win the face-off, and Long will control it off to the side, trying to find an audio. Stepped in, and a slap shot the other way, which Rodriguez will cover. Came from Brady Paparlin. The junior forward has 1 goal and 2 assists to his name this season thus far. Rodriguez has the face-off right on the left side of him. The Indians win it again. Follow-up try, not going to go from Spurlett. And a clear eye on it right away. Rodriguez with another save. That puck's still loose, and it's covered by Rodriguez. That was Frankie Long who sent it down low, and I think Donadio had the last chance at it. I gotta tell you guys, another dangerous chance for Dartmouth right in front.
And what did Mike talk about pregame, Keegan? He talked about bodies in front. That's going to be a big thing tonight. 1 goal that Apponequet scored last week was because, earlier in the week was because there's a guy wide open in front and he just had a tap in. Look for these D on Somerset to get physical in front of the net.
That's Long at the point going to his left side. Here comes the shot. I don't know if it got all the way through. Spurlett took it. Turned over again. A roof attempt shot wouldn't fall for Bo Parland. That's Gabe Gonzalez getting it to the side. You two must be familiar with his brother Christian Gonzalez, was a member of the team for 1 year. Raider down on the ground was Carter Sylvia. The Indians start up the other way. That one goes just over the net from Spurlett. Follow-up try from Chance Simmons lets it go. Sylvia is slogging up. He's trying to get off the ice. We finally have a whistle and a stoppage of play. He is grabbing the head.
Yeah, he took a hard hit there and slid right into the boards. I think that's questionably a boarding call, but it's pretty borderline right there, but obviously the refs missed that one.
Good job out of Carter, though, to get right back up and keep with it.
Carter Sylvia, the third-year player, yet to have a point this season. Does have 4 career goals, though. 3 of them came last season.
Well, look at this, Keegan. They're going to put Luke D'Souza out wide. If I'm Coach Snyder, I'm putting another guy on him. I don't want him that far out with space right there.
That's Cruz taking it back. There goes a cross.
And there
They
it is.
score. You
And
called
there
it.
it is. And there it is. I'm putting up. And there it is. What a cross-ice pass and a great finish by Luke D'Souza there. Wow, what a play. What a snipe.
Yeah, just like Joe, he called it perfectly right there. Literally predicted how that was going to happen. Came screaming down, completely disregarded. The coaching obviously didn't pick up on that mistake, and that was an easy one for him.
Dartmouth right back to a 2-goal lead again. Saw it from up here, and Somerset Berkley originally won the faceoff. Aaron Preston added on the side, but Cruz, the star player that he is, able to walk right back in, get it over to D'Souza. 3-1 Indians. Jackson gonna send it up. Icing's gonna be waved off here. DaCosta on the right side for LaRock. Over the middle, turned over. McKenna couldn't walk forward with it. DaCosta able to get it out. And they're offside at the line as D'Souza had a step. Dartmouth players don't like that one, but the faceoff will come just outside of the zone. Well, I gotta tell you guys, from the Dartmouth perspective, this is the game on their calendar they circle every year. They always want to beat Somerset Berkley whenever they face off.
100% Keegan. Back when I was in high school, Dartmouth had definitely an edge, a big edge on Somerset. I feel as though the last few years it's definitely evened out a little bit. Right now, the intensity is big from Dartmouth. They know that it's a huge game, and they know this is an important game that they need to win. A 4-4 start, they're looking for, a few more wins and a little better of a start, but
the Indians controlled again. That was Barboza who had the chance right over here on our end. Dangerous rebound, which Bastos was not able to tuck in. It'll be Barboza controlling it again. Trying to just get that one out of the zone. The Indians have just been applying so much pressure in the Somerset Berkley zone. Could be a chance here for Barboza. He's going to get a step the other way in front. He's tripped up. We got a penalty coming up. Somerset Berkley's going to go to the power play. As soon as someone touches the puck, Spurlett let it go, and the touch eventually comes from Brady Boparlin, but that is a good penalty to take because Barboza would have came right around in front and tucked that one in.
100% Keegan. Great players make great plays, and when you make great plays, you force penalties on the other team.
Their de facto first line comes out there for the Raider power play. The Indians will win it, and Gibson able to send it down right past the glove. Liam Blankush. It'll be left behind for Mason Sullivan, the 6'3" defender, to take it. Plays it off the boards, and on the power play, that's going to be an icing. You can't have that if you're Somerset Berkley.
Yeah, like you said, Keegan, Evan would have walked in right there and scored if he didn't get tripped up, so that's why I call a good penalty by Dartmouth right there.
One thing to notice, too, watch Somerset's wingers when breaking out of the zone. They've been struggling so far the last 10 minutes. Dartmouth's defense has been pinching well and creating a lot of problems for these Somerset wingers.
Barboza trying the self-pass off the boards. Ended up getting it by Gibson. Tight race to the puck. Nudges Cruz down. Didn't send him all the way down to the ice, though. Now he's battling against Drew Spurlett. Barboza almost walked forward with it right by the edge of the face-off circle. And that one goes by Sullivan, and Blankush will have to go retrieve it. Tell you what, though, from the Indian students, good atmosphere. It was definitely better than on Monday, as that one was nearly a dangerous turnover right in front. The student section making their presence known when Somerset Berkley was at Dartmouth for boys basketball on Monday. Not nearly as many people. That one gloved down by Spurlett. It'll be sent down yet again. Nothing going right now for this Raider power play. Still got about 45 seconds to go on it. That's Brett Axon on the right side. Couldn't get it forward. D'Souza walking in, nudged off. He's still controlling, and they score! A short-handed goal from Lucas D'Souza. It's 4-1.
Somerset's allowing a lot of loose change in front right now, and I think that's the difference right now. If they could just clear out the paint, clear out low down in the slot, it'd be looking a lot better right now defensively for Somerset.
If there's any consolation that's going to come out of this, is that Somerset Berkley will still have the man advantage for another 31 seconds. But first, Snyder's going to use a timeout on our tape delay feeds. We're going to have to take it too. 4-1 Dartmouth, 3:58 to go in the first. We'll be right back. And we will keep it here on our YouTube live stream. We'll send it back to the internal mic. We'll be right back. We're back inside Hetland Arena, and the Indians, 11 minutes into this game, have built up a 4-1 lead. You want to talk about how important this game is? There's players from other teams that are making their way here. We got a lot of the Old Rochester Fairhaven co-op players right on the left side of us, and we're going to be playing them either on Wednesday afternoon or Friday at some point. Star goaltender Tucker Roy is right over there on the side.
So we got a few scouts here, Keegan, huh?
And something's going on with the speaker down there. They can't shut it off. Barboza trying to get it across. Bastis will regather at the line to Mason Sullivan. Bastis down low to Barboza. Barboza holding it up against Spurlett. Barboza, 13 seconds on the man advantage. Sullivan at the line, shooting it, blocked down in front. The follow-up not going to be redirected on frame from Bastis. Good hit on the side. Blankush takes the shot, it's wide. Follow-up will come from Barboza. We're back to even strength. Here's Bastis walking in. The shot saved, made by Howard. Regathered by Gibson, sent all the way down. It's going to be an icing.
Good final 30 seconds of there, that power play. That was the only part of the power play where they seemed to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Got the cycling going. You look to see if they can get another power play and if they can do that for the full minute and a half or 2 minutes.
Axon and Cruz in the circle this time. Cruz able to win it, but LaRock couldn't get up with it. Axon gonna chip it just wide. It went past Gibson. Gonzalez trying to get a step, unable to. Cruz trying to feed it across. Running in is LaRock. Gonzalez off the boards. They're gonna say no icing as it took a touch off of Will Gibson. Here's Caden DaCosta. Gibson over the middle, not handled cleanly. Sullivan gonna enter in the zone again. Couldn't find Preston. Cruz starts up on the right side, trying to get by Axon, who nudged him away from the puck. Cleared back out past the red line, and retrieving it will be Gibson. Tap down, it's gonna be an icing as Mason Sullivan will send it in deep. But I do gotta ask, guys, sorry, Joey. You played the game before. How do you even start this? Because a few years ago, Dartmouth was down 3-0. They came back to tie it. They didn't win in overtime. It ended up being a tie. But we've seen those 3 goals comebacks to continue pushing the energy. How does it start?
First of all, it starts with the next goal. You just got to be worried about the next goal. You can't be worried about the score. You got to treat it as a 0-0 game. 1 goal will fall, hopefully for Somerset, and then the next 2 will come. It's all about getting the game plan right and playing correctly.
That's on the side. Lush kept it in off the skate of Spurlett. Also in there in the mix, Bryce Desiree. Will be lofted into the zone, and long off the boards. Camara going to get a step in there for the Raiders. Minute 50 to go in the opening period. It's been all Dartmouth so far. 2 goals from LaRock and D'Souza, the big difference right now. Too far for Barboza, and Spurlett will control it. Off the boards, here's Blankush. Long going to send it in. Played all the way up the ice. Here's Bastis. Stick down again by Spurlett. Mello will keep it in the zone at the point. He'll send it down low. Bastos with Barboza trying to help him out. Reach of the stick from Barparlin. Got in there. Mello to Bastos. They got a minute to get one and potentially make it a 2-goal game going into the second period, excuse me. Here's Mello. Tried to center it in front, it wasn't there. Spurlett couldn't get by Bastos. That's Mello trying the backhand in front. Barboza. And it's taken out by Spurlett.
Got to be careful of the blind passes here.
I mean, I got to tell you, it just looks like Somerset Berkley's in desperation mode right now. They've just been sending a lot of pucks in deep. Nothing really going. That's Cruz with it. Had Gibson right behind him. Instead plays it off the boards. 17 seconds to go. Here's Barboza the other way. Had an option in the middle. That shot scores! There it is. It's Nate Mello. It's 4-2.
Great play by Evan Barboza there. He made that happen.
Looked like it was going to be a broken play at first. It looked like Barboza was going to get nudged off the puck. But Mello, with his 4th goal of the season, the 28th of his career, gets it back within 2.
Hey, Keegan, I just had to note the difference in atmosphere here. Like, this isn't just like some normal regular season game. It's a Saturday night rivalry game. Look at the amount of people that are here compared to Driscoll at Monday or Wednesday night. Like, you can see how much more this game means. And it's not like they all just went to school all day and they're, you know, still waking up early. Like, they were ready to go from the get-go.
Played over the middle. Gonzalez will play it back. We're through 15 minutes of play. 4-2 Dartmouth over Somerset Berkley is the score. On our tape delay feeds, we'll take a short break, and our second period coverage will come up in just a little bit. For those watching on the live stream, we'll switch it over to the internal mic. We'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back for the second period in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. All right, everyone, we're back inside Hetland Arena, ready to start the second period in today's Division 3 versus Division 2 showdown between Somerset Berkley and Dartmouth. It's 4-2 Indians over the Raiders as we're about to begin the second period. As most of our viewers know, on Saturdays, we like to get former players to hop back on the mic, see what's going on now. This guy didn't have much action at all last year with DRS, but was an instrumental part doing good stuff now over at Mount St. Charles. The backup goalie, Mr. Cooper Fitzpatrick. How's it going, Cooper?
Good, how are you, Keegan?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I can't complain. We got the co-ops together. Everybody's together as one now.
Yeah, it's been a blast this year, as my brothers told me so far.
I do got to ask, playing at Mount St. Charles, how is it different than being a part of a DRS side?
It's a lot more taxing with your physical ability and your mental ability. Every single second of every day, you're thinking about hockey, you're in the weight room, you're skating, they're feeding you good nutritious meals every day. It's just a lot more like have to buy in and buy into the program.
Somerset Berkley right now down 2 to a Division 2 team. I was talking with Joey and Mikey in that first period. Where does a comeback attempt start? How do you build that momentum?
You just got to once you get in the room, you got to have a mental reset. You got to play it like it's 0-0. You got to have your leaders lead, and you got to get shots on this goalie quickly.
That's Gibson trying one from the line. It got redirected and wide. Aiden Cruz not going to be able to catch up to it. Nate Mello will. Bastos going to chip it up out of the zone, which DaCosta will send right back in. It'll be Mason Sullivan, one of 2 Raider captains, along with Adam Bastos. To his left side to Gabe Gonzalez. Gonzalez right back over. This time it's going to be Evan Barboza controlling it. And he's going to send it in. That wraparound will work for Nate Mello, though. Went off of his skate. And Barboza will send it in deep again. Bastos behind the net. Too far for Mello. Mello will get to it at the edge of the circle, though. Quick race to the puck, though, from Maddox LaRock. Gets it out. Shipped up. Here's D'Souza trying to feed it across. Not going to fall. And a piece of something. I think the stick ended up getting caught up in the boards. It eventually squirts out. That shot is safe from Rodriguez, as taking it was D'Souza. Tell you what, crazy action going all the way around right now early on. Well, we got 2 other guest announcers. You guys got any questions you want to ask Cooper about playing at Mount St. Charles?
Now, going to Mount St. Charles, a school with a lot of hockey history. They've produced a lot of even pro players. What's the tradition like there, and how does history involve itself in today's hockey team?
The history is a big part of it. Everyone, like I said, we have to buy into our program every day. We have to look at past history and make sure we're not letting anyone down. We have alumni come to the building every couple of weeks. They'll come talk to us and come see us play.
You got anything for him, Mikey?
Oh, what would you say the level, like the difference in level of intensity this kind of hockey is compared to the hockey you play at Mount St. Charles?
So at Mount St. Charles, we just recently joined the NEPSAC, which is prep hockey. So it's a lot more intense. There's a lot more meaning behind a lot of games, a lot of rivalries. Even our first time playing teams, we build bad blood, and we'll play them again on the road later in the year. And it's just, you don't forget anything. Like everyone, you know everything that happens between each game. So everyone's watching film, no matter who you play. It's just a lot more of buy-in and get ready to go day in and day out.
Fitzpatrick going in, that one wouldn't connect. But it is always different to see because St. Charles is a prep school, I'm guessing, right? It's so much different, and I know there's a huge clamor around Massachusetts. Hey, they want to split up the public and private schools, have their own state tournament, stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that? And I know Mount St. Charles is in Rhode Island, but how is it different than, say, a public school?
It's just, I feel like private schools have a lot more benefits. Like they have a lot more training that they're available to. So I actually like the idea of splitting up the private schools and the public schools to have their own state tournament, their own like winner take all in certain rounds.
Loose puck is going to fall now. It's a race to the puck. Blankush trying to get it for Somerset Berkley, and he'll play it off the boards. Not out of the zone. Holding it back is going to be Simmons. He'll get it to the point. That one blockered away by Rodriguez. Taken on his right side by Frankie Long. We got 6 combined goals. Not a lot of saves from either goaltender. That's Brady Fitzpatrick, your brother, helping to get past the red line. Talk about Brady Fitzpatrick, and you can throw in Keegan too. He was a former player for DRS. Right after that chance, which they score. Hat trick for Lucas D'Souza. Unreal, 5-2. Well, what'd you like about that goal, Sub, before we get back to that other question?
Lucas D'Souza walked right in. He just sniped it right bar down. It was a great shot. Not much Rodriguez can do there.
That is his 10th goal of the season as well. Don't say too many hat tricks that have been achieved with just under 12 minutes to go in the second period. Somerset Berkley once again back in a 3-goal hole. We were talking about with Fitzpatrick on the side, with Brady and Keegan. Talk about their play set. What do you like that they bring to the ice, or that they did bring to the ice?
Keegan he was a great leader in the room. He's just a great kid. He tried to make everyone smile day in and day out, make sure everyone around him got better as well as himself. And Brady, he's so intense. His play style is so great. He's really fast. He knows what he's doing with the puck. He has great vision. He's a goal scorer. He's the only one we've had that's a goal scorer, so it's different watching him. And yeah, just his ability to buy in and get ready to go every day is a great trait of his.
We're going to have a penalty coming up here against Dartmouth, so the Raiders will go back to the man advantage. There's still people that were on the DRS side last year that forget that I did 2 years of Somerset hockey before I did your team in the 23-24 season. So I remember calling Keegan Fitzpatrick's name. You tell me if it's true or not. Like, as an actual player, and I think he's watching on here, so I'll try to be nice to you, Keegan. As an actual player, he was a bigger guy, not that good, talented, not really a goal scorer. He was so smart. He knew exactly where to be on the ice, where to line up for a potential hit. He knew where that puck was going.
Yeah, he wasn't much of a puck handler. He could get a shot off every once in a while, but he was just an all-around smart hockey player. He always knew where the puck was going to end up to be. He always knew where to be no matter what, and just that's how he found the way to score goals, just be in the right place at the right time.
I'll tell you what Brady brings to the game. He's got a lot of speed and a lot of endurance, and that's a big key, especially in this state in high school hockey. That's Barboza controlling behind as Blankush at the point if he wants to go there. He'll go cross ice for a one-timer, and Bastos fanned on it, not able to redirect it through. McKenna had a chance behind the net. Looks like Will Gibson will get on the end of it, though, for the Indians. Blankush trying to nudge that one away. Gibson back on it. Here comes McKenna trying to come in and help. Bastos in the mix as well. Gibson does have an angle with the backhand on this puck. He'll switch it back to the forehand. A good effort here from Will Gibson. It eventually turns over. Here's Bastos trying to circle around behind. Not going to be there. Sullivan at the point. Goes back to Bastos. Captain to captain. Here's the shot. It's blocked up high and away by Howarth. Blankush going to step to get it back again. Barboza with 48 to go on the power play. Barboza will hold it. Down low. Here's Bastos, the short angle. It got blocked and it's sent all the way down. Here's Sullivan on the right side. Over the ice to Brady Fitzpatrick. He gets it across trying to find Barboza. Wasn't there, might have taken a touch. Dartmouth does have a short-handed goal in this game so far. They're doing a good job on the penalty kill again. Fitzpatrick on the right side, nudged off the puck by D'Souza. Not out of the zone. Here's Barboza stepping in, and it got blocked. Sullivan trying to get it into the middle. Here's Fitzpatrick. No, it squirted in. It squirted in. I don't know if it took another touch. Looks like Fitzpatrick is going to get credit for the goal, and it's a 5-3 game. How about that? Talk about the setup of that one, Cooper.
Just Mason Sullivan tapping the puck to the middle of the zone, and then Brady firing at 5-hole. Looked like it just squeaked by the goalie on Dartmouth's side. Just good shot, hard shot low. If you find a way to put the puck on net, good things will happen.
Well, usually for our alumni spotlight, you're not an alumni yet. You're going to be there in 2.5 years. That is going to do it, Cooper. I want to thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much for having me.
And good luck the rest of the way in Mount St. Charles. Well, welcome Mikey and Joey back in. It's also interesting, too, not to get a point of view from someone at a private school, but also to someone that's a goaltender, because it's a completely different game than someone who's maybe a forward or a defenseman.
Yeah, you know, me and Joey have never played goalie before, so it's a whole nother world we don't understand, but me and Joey both understand how good Mount St. Charles is. We played them on Halloween night.
Fourth goal of the game for Lucas D'Souza, the game of his life. Dartmouth just keeps having an answer. 6-3.
One thing I noticed there, Keegan, Dartmouth is getting their first line out while Somerset's got their third and second line out, and it's creating a huge mismatch. Maddox, D'Souza, and Cruz are cycling the puck well and getting it in deep. These guys are skilled. You got to watch the matches here. You got to put your first line against their first line. It's a key to the game so far right now in the second period.
That's McKenna trying to get up, not able to. Sullivan not able to get it out. Follow-up effort from Axon, couldn't get out either. That's Gonzalez, and Preston hit hard into the boards by Gibson. The cost on the left side not going to connect, and Gonzalez will send it back in. Here comes the Indians again. It's left. There's the shot saved by Rodriguez. Glove down, and what a snag by Gavin Rodriguez. Got that one out of midair. It's always nerve-wracking to see the goalies go up for it, because one misplay, that goes on the back of the net. Now, I do want to ask you guys, because Joey, you called Nate Minosh in goal for Somerset Berkley on Wednesday. Mikey, you saw Gavin on Monday. Gavin's been having some trouble with these D2 teams, and I know that Minosh has had a little bit of easier competition. That's why he's 2-0 right now. And Mello takes one to hit the bar. But do you maybe switch things up, give it to the hot hand, because you got 6 goals allowed right now on just 14 shots?
Personally, Keegan, I'm definitely questioning it. I think with Minaj's play after last game, I think you give him the nod here. Although you do want to show faith in Rodriguez, but personally, if I'm making the call, I would put Minaj in after that good play, after the good play he had against Apponequet. I mean, it was a back and forth game, and I thought he stood on his head.
Yeah, kind of what Joey said. I mean, kind of early to hit the panic button right now, but I wouldn't disagree with putting Minosh in, because Rodriguez hasn't played bad by any means, but he just has a lot of traffic in front. He can't make every single save out there.
That one stays in. That's Barboza putting it just wide. It'll be Mello controlling on his left. Barboza trying to make a spin move. Bastos was in there as well. Sullivan able to glove it down and send it behind. Walking out in front, unable to tuck it in, was Barboza. Shot from the line, got redirected, and ended up going just wide as Gonzalez took it. Bastos, just a couple spin moves all the way around. Mello with Cruz defending. Mello hauled down behind the play. Bastos getting in there with the stick as well. Some shoves being thrown in from Bastos, and the play is stopped. I don't know why. Bastos looks like he's ready to drop mitts. It's frustration setting in now. Barboza getting into the mix. And I don't know if we're going to have a penalty being called. Bastos is still arguing with Aiden Cruz on the side. Two captains going head to head right now, eye to eye.
You got to keep your cool here if you're both teams right now. You don't want to be letting up stupid penalties and giving the other team an opportunity to score in the power play.
That's been the X factor with Adam Bastos throughout the last 2 years. It's similar to Finn Bjork on Somerset Berkley boys basketball. All the talent in the world, sometimes that anger, it gets to them.
100% Keegan. And what did that do for Apponequet last game? They let them right back in as Somerset took a lot of penalties. You look for your captains to be the smartest, although sometimes the emotions can get the best of you. I think we're going to play, we're going to stick to 5-on-5, but
yeah, just matching penalties.
We'll see what happens.
And part of it, too, that's going to be interesting to see is both teams now without their best player for a couple of minutes. Mello got redirected. Fitzpatrick follows it up and scores his second goal of the game. And now it's 6-4.
Those in bodies to the net, good things will happen at all times, and they're right back in this game.
This is turning out to be a game for the ages. 10 goals, and we're barely halfway through this game.
Our over-betters are looking good, Keegan. I think they're looking good right now, that's for sure.
The time of the goal for Brady Fitzpatrick is going to be 8-12, his fourth goal of the season. And all four have come in the last two games. And I think you two can attest to the fact you two both did high school sports. When someone is struggling out there for maybe the first 4 or 5 games of a season, they start picking up that tempo. How does it lead to better production, not just for the game, but for the rest of the season?
I mean, boost the rest of the team. You know, you see one guy get out of a slump and just makes you feel good for him. You can add on to it, you know. Fitzpatrick definitely hot these last 2 games. Like you said, 4 goals in the last 2. You look for him to do a lot more here as well.
Good stick drag here from the ruck. The backhand saved by Rodriguez. Unable to be poked in, and he'll cover it up. Now, you guys brought up the crowd, the energy earlier. I don't know if it matches Prenda Cup, but this is the closest thing we're going to have to it all season long, besides maybe a state tournament game.
100%, Keegan. Dartmouth loves their hockey. They have a good history of being good. And right now, this is a great game with a great atmosphere. It's only going to get better.
Evan Sylvia will win the face-off, and Lush will get it to the side. Channel, let's go Dartmouth coming from the Indian Faithful. Raiders again having trouble trying to get it out. Carter Sylvia will. Past the red line and into the zone. He takes the shot. It's nagged and covered by Howarth.
See, the thing is, Keegan, I feel like Somerset's at their best when they're using their speed, they're chipping the puck in and beating guys to the puck. But it's hard to do that against a team like Dartmouth that's just as physical, just as fast, and just as talented as you are. And I think that's the difference when Somerset's playing interconference games is they're usually the faster team, but that's not the case right now.
You guys think this one's a good matchup as that one's covered again? Wait till you hear this one. Next Somerset Berkley home sporting event is Tuesday at 6:30 when boys basketball hosts Old Rochester. A great basketball program there. Tickets can be bought at the door, $4 for students and $6 for adults. You're not going to want to miss that one if you're listening on our live stream or tape delay feeds. Everybody's got to be there. That's Fitzpatrick who took it away from Sullivan, and Sullivan ended up losing the glove. That's Sylvia trying to get it in front. It wasn't there. Gonzalez trying to follow it up. It was blocked down. A third try is sent off the netting. And I think that one was grabbed by our Somerset Berkley head of security, Jeff Siska, former football coach, actually still is there.
I love Coach Siska.
Shout out the GOAT, Coach Siska. He's awesome. Great coach, great guy.
I think also a difference here in Somerset's play is you saw at the end of the first period, and even at points in the beginning of the second, they're playing very defensively and almost desperate. They're just trying to get the puck out, and they weren't really generating much offense, but now it's looking like a much different story right now.
And the Indians will win the face-off again with DaCosta controlling it. Tapped out and gloved down by Lucas D'Souza. Turned over, here's Barboza going on the left side by 2. He's still controlling, he is hauled down and no arm goes up. Sullivan will hold it in at the point, he takes the shot, it was blocked. Might be a 2-on-1 the other way, but a good job defensively, looked like it was Gavin Kamara. LaRocque with Kamara applying the pressure over to Gibson. Gibson turned over and unable to hold it in was Mello. Here's D'Souza, sounds like a broken record player. He sends it into the mix, and it's not there. LaRocque turned over, here's Kamara. Kamara hammered into the Dartmouth bench by Gibson. That's Gonzalez off to the side. Boparlin turned over again, and Somerset Berkley's offside as Gavin Kamara tried stepping in. That's a rookie mistake. He'll learn from that, though. Freshman on the side didn't see Barboza forward.
100%. Notice how on that shift, the first-line wingers were paired up against Somerset's first-line wingers. Dartmouth couldn't get as much going through the offensive zone because of that matchup. Look for Schneider to focus on pairing their first line with Dartmouth's first line.
Yeah, like Joey said, I feel like depth is becoming an issue here, and the mismatches are really getting to Somerset, but hopefully frustrations won't let up here.
Bastos and Cruz are out of the boxes, so everybody's in their respective places. Face-off just outside of the Dartmouth zone, and Axon almost got forward with it. I don't know if he won the face-off. Blankush up the ice, Desiree. Lush trying to play it for Preston, not going to connect. That one is going to be an icing. McKenna didn't win the race. It doesn't matter, though. High school icing rules. If it goes all the way down, even if the team that iced it wins the race, they're going to call it.
Yeah, I feel like Dartmouth, similar to what Mansfield the past Monday night, they do a very great job shutting down the boards and not allowing really much any wing play here. And I think that's why Somerset's struggling a lot.
Boparlin into the mix, blocked down. Rodriguez snagged it for the moment. Puck still loose. He got a second save on that sequence as Desiree put it on frame. Oh, looks like G-Rod is starting to find his groove in the second period. Another trip up, and no arm going to be called. This is the physical action you want to see. Let the boys play. Lush to Preston, over the middle, here's McKenna. McKenna right side for Brett Axon, he enters the zone. Here's the shot, it's blocked away by Howard. Rebound will be controlled on his right side by Aiden Cruz. Good step to get forward from Cruz. Fakes it on Lush. Down low behind the net, sends Lush down to the ice. Gibson. A switch as Lush will take it. LaRocque into the mix. Preston on the backhand all the way down. And it's going to be an icing.
Great job by defenseman Will Gibson there out of Dartmouth to get into the offensive zone cycling. I like the what he did there and how he was cycling the offensive zone. It was good. Sometimes you'll see defensemen a little scared to jump in, but he had the confidence to jump right in and cycle the puck well.
I also like how Somerset's defense is playing a lot more physically in front, not allowing us as much chances as Dartmouth's hoped right now.
That's LaRocque taking a good save from Gavin Rodriguez. Rodriguez does play some club hockey in the offseason with the Worcester Junior Railers. Always good to get that experience in the offseason. Junior netminder, all three goalies on the Somerset Berkley side are junior, so they'll be bringing everybody back next year. Face-off won by the Indians again. That's LaRocque. He didn't want to challenge Evan Sylvia, sent down low. Good hit on the side from Sullivan on Simmons. Puck pops up in the air. Gonzalez's not paying attention to it. Going to lead to a chance in front. Rodriguez got the save. It's covered and some shoves going in the mix. Sullivan had the last laugh at it as D'Souza walks away. But this is why we love the game, just the physicality of it in such a big game. Next game coming up for both sides for Somerset Berkley. We're still waiting on an official start date. Looks like it's going to be Wednesday, 4 o'clock against the Old Rochester Fairhaven side. That game will be at Tabor Academy. We don't know who's going to be filming or announcing that one yet. I'd love to do it. I've only done 2 away games at Old Rochester, but it's so much fun to do every single time at Tabor Academy. Here comes Barboza the other way, stepping in, gets it across. Here's Mello taking the shot. He roofed it.
Great play by Barboza. There's the blind passes I was talking about right there. Bad turnover.
Gibson a good stick drag. He tripped on his own. No penalty going to be called on that. Played across off the boards. Here's LaRock in front. Saved by Rodriguez. Got it in the splits. It's going to be sent down. This will be an icing.
Wide open body lower in the slot right there again, just like we talked about.
I tell you what, I don't know if Gavin Rodriguez is better than, say, Brandon Silva that we had for 4 years, or maybe Dylan Belshore before that. But he's crazy out there. You don't see Silva, Belshore, Gonzalez, the goalies before him doing the splits. .210 to go in the second. Lush not cleanly off the boards, and Mello going to send it down. That one is going to have to be covered by Howarth. A good job from Evan Barboza going up quickly, forcing a face-off in his own end. Next game coming up for Dartmouth. They also got Old Rochester. They're going to be at the Falmouth Ice Arena, not at Tabor Academy, Thursday, 6 o'clock. Dartmouth beat Old Rochester 5-4 in overtime in their season opener. Great team over there with Old Rochester and Fairhaven co-oping. Zach Ledegar, tremendous head coach, one of the best in the SEC. I do want to ask you guys maybe an interesting question. So we know Dartmouth, Mansfield, those teams are D2. They're a division higher. They're not in conference. Most of the SEC teams are D3 or D4. What makes these games different than those conference games?
You want to take it or me? I'll take it. I believe these games are different because the intensity is higher. They're used to playing higher skilled teams, and they're used to playing teams with a higher population, which just...
A score in the middle. It's a one-goal game. It's Nate Mello, his second of the game.
And Mello's on hat-trick watch, Keegan. And this first line, Keegan, I mean, last game, it was pedal to the metal for the full 60. Today, pedal to the metal for the full 60. Even when Dartmouth has their first line out with Cruz, D'Souza, and Maddox LaRock, the first line for Somerset's matching them well, if not better. It's all a matching game today so far, in my opinion. It's a great game we got.
Somerset Berkley, after trailing by 3, has got this game within a goal. 2 years ago, Somerset Berkley and Dartmouth met. Dartmouth was down 3-0 in the third. They came back to tie. It ended up finishing in a tie. Not cleared out. Try from the line, blockered away as DaCosta took the shot. 16 unofficial saves now for Gavin Rodriguez, who's really been stepping it up in the second period. That's McKenna, a little bit behind Aaron Preston. Here's Cruz stepping in the other way, blocked, the follow-up, saved by Rodriguez, and tapped off the side to Axe, and a follow-up try in front, saved by Rodriguez. Puck is still loose, and it's going to be sent out of the zone.
Good clearance by Somerset there.
That one took a touch, no icing here, 40 to go in the second. It'll be the captain Sullivan to the alternate Preston. Preston decked down hard by Gibson. That's LaRock on the backhand into the mix. Couldn't connect with the white jersey. The follow-up will. It's sticked away. Adam Bastis in control. A cheap shot behind. and sent back in. Preston gonna send it down, not on frame. We'll have an icing with 7.3 on the clock.
Yeah, it seems like to me, Keegan, Somerset's just trying to survive the period right now. They're back to the blind passes, just clearing it out the zone and trying to get away from danger right now.
Face off on the right side of Rodriguez. Referee making sure Baparland and Barstas are all set. Tie up on the face-off, and getting it free will be Barboza. Just going to try to hold it off on the side. We're through 30 minutes. If this game is not taking 10 years off of your life, you don't like high school hockey. 6-5 Dartmouth over Somerset Berkley is the score with 15 minutes to go. Tape delay feeds. We'll take a short break. Third period coming up in just a second. All right, we've only got 15 minutes to go in this Division II versus Division III ice hockey matchup. Turned out to be a game for the ages. 6-5 Dartmouth over Somerset Berkley as we're about to begin the third period. If you're watching on any of our feeds, we do thank you. Keegan Hamblett with Mikey Alves, Joey Frank on commentary, Brian Mona's the man running our camera. Guys, I don't know if I would have said this at the end of the first period, but this is going to be a great finish we're going to have.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like tensions are just getting a little bit higher every single minute in this game, and I love to see what's going to happen this period.
See, let's take a look at some of the comments. We got Sam saying, let's go Somerset. Let's get some energy. They've been bringing the energy. They got 3 goals in that second period.
I also love how Mason Sullivan set the tone early in the second. He came out and bodied at least 3 kids out there. And I feel like when you're on the bench and you're about to go out there and you see that, like, it just adds adrenaline to your play.
These are 2 of the best third period teams you will see in Massachusetts. The third is underway. Once again, Somerset Berkley's in blue. Dartmouth is in white. That one's going to be taken on the side. That's Barboza trying to step in the zone. He is slammed down, and that gets a good round of applause from the Indian students. That's Barboza walking out, switching to the forehand. Sullivan at the line looking for a redirection. It wasn't there. Mello and Bastos having some miscommunication on that puck. And D'Souza, who has got 4 goals already, will get it up to Maddox Larocque. Larocque with Gonzalez applying the pressure. D'Souza out to the line to Gibson. Gibson will take the shot. It might have gone through to Rodriguez. He'll block right on to his right side. Played over the middle. Nobody connected on it. Gibson will take over for the Indians. A good step into the zone. He shoots it. It's saved by Rodriguez. I do want to throw this question out to you guys. These are 2 goalies, one with Jack Howarth. He's taken over for Asher Machado, who's the face of this Dartmouth team for years. Gavin Rodriguez, first year being a starter. What's going through their minds right now in probably their most intense game in their high school career?
Just lock in. I mean, dial in, play positioning right, and make good saves. Rely on your guys to keep bodies out in front, and, just stick to your game, really. Don't think about it too much. I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen, and play the best you can,
And going into the third period and games where you're losing, it's a big game. What was Snyder's message in the locker room to his team, knowing that they got to find something soon?
First of all, stay with it. I like the way that they played in the second period. If I'm Coach Snyder, I'm saying stick with it. You outscored them in the second. You're only down by 1. There's 15 minutes on the clock.
Oh, what a goal! A sniper up high from Chance Simmons.
And a snipe and a celly there, Keegan. And this barn is rocking after that snipe, man.
That might be the goal of the season right there for Dartmouth.
Yeah, this seems similar to both Apponequet and Mansfield's play. I mean, every single time you think Somerset's back in the game, they just answer right back, and they're just continuously in a hole they're trying to climb out of.
And now the Raiders in a 2-goal hole again. Gibson, that's a good cross-ice pass to get it over to Donadio. Zach Donadio had it deflect and ends up wide. Gibson holds it in, tapped out by Axon. Lush fanned on the pass and a haul down behind. Good play there. Donadio sends it down low. That's Paparlin. Here's Lush with it. Preston up on the side. Taken over by Cruz, trying to get a step against Blankush. Popped free in the mix. Preston was on it for the second. Here's LaRock getting back on it. Maddox LaRock sends it into the middle, and it's put wide by D'Souza. DaCosta down low. LaRock will spin away from Blankush. Backhand pass. Cruz. Back to LaRock. Blankush has clear view on the puck. Gibson had it go off of his skates. It falls for Crusoe. Sends it through. It's saved. The Indians doing so well to hold it in, wasting time. That one got deflected as it went through from DaCosta to D'Souza. Here's Aaron Preston. Off the boards and not out. Good zone time here for Dartmouth. Here's Cruz. Gets it out, and it comes out of the zone. McKenna tried to hustle to that puck, and some exhausted Somerset legs out there. Get off the ice. Gibson, a shot, is high off the glass. Here's the Lush, turned over. Cruz gets the step by the sophomore. A wraparound try was sticked down by Blankush. Easily over a minute and a half shift out there right now for everybody. Tapped up by Spurlett. Lush has it on the backhand, dangerously over the middle. LaRock holding it and barely at the blue line. Here's Gibson walking in. The shot is saved by Rodriguez. And now finally, both sides can get a change.
And Joey, like you mentioned before, the mismatch of the lines again. You had Dartmouth's first line out there against Somerset's third line out there. It didn't seem like they got anything going. The entire shift was in their defensive zone.
100%, Mike, and I don't know if you noticed, but the breakout is struggling again for Somerset. Their wings need to look for support from their centers. If their centers can support them, they can maybe get more bodies along the boards and get it out easier. But right now they're struggling to get it out, and again, the pinching from Dartmouth is just great by the defenseman of Dartmouth.
Look at the effort here from the Indians, still keeping it in. That was Long who took the shot. Sullivan not able to do it. It's sent down, took a touch, no icing. Long again with Bastos right on him. Goes up the other way for Simmons. Simmons nudged off by Fitzpatrick. Another shot saved by Rodriguez, and it nearly found the back of the net right on the far side. Spurlett down low. Bastos able to get it away to Gonzalez. It's going to be an icing.
Yeah, we're looking back to that desperate plays right now where Somerset's just trying to survive and icing the puck out. And one thing I noticed from Dartmouth that they're not making as many turnovers and giving up as many takeaways because their defense is lying back more. They're not pinching and staying too aggressive and leading to bad turnovers the other way.
Now here's a question for you guys. This will be a mini trivia question. Since the start of COVID, it's a 2-goal game right now. How many regular season games has Somerset lost by 2 or more goals?
I couldn't even tell you, Keegan, honestly.
2.
Only 2? Wow.
50 wins, 2 losses in games decided by 2 or more goals in the last 5 years. 1-goal games, they are 8-6 in the last 5. Here's Fitzpatrick. He enters in, sticked away by Howarth. Kamara on the side, out to the line. There's Gonzalez taking it, saved, dangerous rebound. Kamara trying to get on it. He fanned on a follow-up try, saved. Evan Sylvia got the last chance at it. That one played up trying to find D'Souza. He was offside, he gets back, he takes the shot. Good snag by Rodriguez. Market 26 saves for the junior netminder. Cruz getting a step by Kamara. Holding, couldn't get the shot away. 9:30 to go in this one. Played across. LaRock up top. One-timer for Cruz, saved, and Cruz trying to catch up to it. He will. Got the step, taken over by Sullivan. Here comes Mason Sullivan with Brett Axon the other way. Good move, comes in front. No, it won't go. And the net is off the pegs. So we'll have a whistle and a stoppage of play.
And you have to give a lot of credit to the Indians right now. They have the 2-goal lead. Their momentum is completely swung their way, and they're not letting up at all. The way I see it is good offense is good defense, and they're not giving Somerset a lot of chances right now.
100%, Mike.
9:09 to go in the third period. A 2-goal game. 12 combined goals in this one. Axon gonna get to the puck in front. Oh, what a save from Howarth. McKenna had the shot on goal. Howarth held the left side and made the stop. Blankush battling with Donadio. McKenna trying to get to it as well. Preston will get it out. Axon couldn't walk forward. Lush on the side. Preston had to go between 3 Indians, unable to do it. Howarth makes the save again and gets it over to Frankie Long. Not out of the zone, it comes for Axon, who put it just wide. Spurlett was retreating backwards as the defender. Axon trying to center it. He gets back onto it. Try from the line is blocked by Donadio. Axon needs to come off and get a breather. Lush will control it to Blankush, right back to Lush. Trying to spring one for Sullivan. Here's Bastos. Mello trying to find Barboza, not there. Dartmouth knows how to spoil the party for Somerset Berkley. 2 years ago when Somerset Berkley had that 19-1 season, Dartmouth was the only loss. That's Mello controlling it by Cruz. A little bit too far for Bastos down low. That's Spurlett.
Good read by Sullivan.
Out by Sullivan, right in his skates. He enters in. Picked up by Bastos on the short angle, saved by Howarth. A good stick aside where no one in a blue jersey was there. Barboza again. Walking in front. Holding, shooting it wide. Bastos trying to catch up to it. He did. Here's Bastos on the back. Hits Eve, rebound. Oh, what a save. Follow-up. And what's the signal?
Somerset,
I think they're going to say a face-off. How is that not a goal? The glove was in the crease. It was in the net.
I feel like Somerset this period is absolutely getting goalied right now. Haworth is standing really tall.
Play that one back on the YouTube live stream and someone comment in there. I thought Howarth got it with the glove and then reached behind the net. I think it should be a goal. They say no. Here's D'Souza back across, and it's taken over by the Raiders again. Good move to get it up from Fitzpatrick. He takes it, saved by Howarth. Dangerous rebound in front. Here's Cruz, big burst of steam. Couldn't follow it up. Gibson shooting it up high off the glass. DaCosta will step in down low to Cruz. Eden Cruz saved by Rodriguez. He has to cover. Bastos in control. Oh, he had Nate Mello down the ice. Didn't see him in time, though. Donadio, the good hit on the side against Bastos. Battled for, and Barboza will walk backwards with it. 6 minutes to go. Off of Mello, will be controlled by DaCosta. The side to Will Gibson. Mello got it in front. It's covered by Howarth again.
Keegan, I'd also like to mention, I feel like this first line is going to stay out for a majority of the rest of the game here, knowing Coach Snyder's history. You know, with a line as top-heavy as this, I feel like they're carrying much of the load right now, and they need to come up big right now.
Another thing we should note, if it does become a one-goal game, Snyder's already used his timeout, so he cannot take another one.
Exactly.
Bastis and Baparland in the circle. Bastis won it. Comes to the line to Lush. It got blocked and wide. Mello on the follow right through, and Baparland will get it away to Donadio. Held in by the Raiders. Falls for Bastis. Going to play it off to his right side. Spurlett got it by Mello. Donadio back on it again. Blankush at the line. It goes wide. Bastis ready to line up for a hit. Lush is decked down by Baparland. Bastis able to get it away. Fed across. It was blocked. Mello over to Barboza. His shot scores! Evan Barboza. It's a one-goal game again.
Upperclassmen like him are going to be the guys that step up and hopefully tie this game up.
Yeah, what a way by Barboza there with a hard angle shot on the red line. Seemed like he bounced it off Howard's back and in. And a one-goal game. It's been back and forth all game, Keegan. Just like Aponic last game. Somerset's used to this back and forth. Let's see if they can weather the storm and come back.
Second goal of the game for Barboza. Everybody on Somerset that scored has got 2. He's the 5th multi-goal scorer in this one tonight. Bumping up the stats any way you like it. LaRock had it blocked. Here's Fitzpatrick. Dartmouth has seemingly had the answer on every Somerset Berkley goal tonight. We'll see how the Raiders attack it defensively. Gonzalez is going to let that one go for Mason Sullivan. We're in the final 5. That one tapped up. It'll be an icing as McKenna was behind the red line.
And notice how Dartmouth goes right back to that first line. They're getting that mismatch that they want right now. Somerset Berkley's first line just scored a goal. They're taking a break right now because they need a breather. So Dartmouth brings on that big first line.
It'll be Axon and Cruz in the circle this time. Right side of Rodriguez. The Raiders win it. Gibson will follow it up for Dartmouth, right on frame.
Yeah, I feel like for Somerset right now, it's going to be tough to get this puck out with the line mismatch.
And I like this by Schneider, put the first line on. You got another defensive zone face-off. Get the first line on, get that match going, and compete with that first line.
Sullivan past Mello. DaCosta from the line, it was blocked. Barboza trying to chip it to Bastis. Barboza right back on it, trying to make a move. He'll circle away. Barboza in the mix, trying to lift up the stick of LaRock.
I think Sullivan had to step up there.
Here's Maddox LaRock, who enters the zone. He'll hold it back. Bastis able to get it out even with the stick being raised in his face. No icing here. Mello and Bastis both wanted it. Barboza, even with the reach of the skate, couldn't get it out. It hits the netting. It's out of play.
Yeah, I feel like similar to the last Monday night with the Raiders' loss to Mansfield, they're getting out physical right now, and it's taking a toll on them.
Talked about earlier with the 2-goal game Somerset's record. I got another record that I need to keep in check for this game. This is my 40th ever Raiders broadcast. Besides the Prenda final, if we're counting that as a tournament, regular season never called a regulation loss. So we need one more in the next 4 minutes. We're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play. Again, next game coming up on both sides. Somerset Berkley, we're talking to some of the old Rochester players. Looks like it's going to be Friday night at Tabor Academy. We'll work out the broadcast crews for that one whenever we can. Dartmouth plays Old Rochester on Thursday. That one is blocked down. Here's Brady Fitzpatrick for Somerset Berkley. Fitzpatrick going to enter the zone on his left. Made the dangle, got knocked off the puck.
He's got to send that one in.
Donadio, desperation down on the ground, able to get it out. Here's Sullivan.
Get it over the line and go.
The referee's letting them play tonight. Donadio will enter in wide. The follow-up popped nearly right in front in the crease. Spurlett holds it in. Off the side, it's going to come out. And you had Baparlin in an offside position. Everybody's got to get back. Everybody's trying to make a line change out there. That one dumped in. Howard gloved it, and that is a really smart play in the back. And you could see one of the assistant coaches on Dartmouth. He is not happy that Howard covered that one up because there's going to be a face-off in our end.
Yeah, I feel like you said, Keegan, Somerset's already used their timeout in the first period, so this would be a perfect opportunity to use it now, but obviously they're left without one.
Another tie-up. Bastis gets to it, feeds it across. Oh, where'd it go? It hit the side netting from Mello. Lush trying to hold it in. Able to get it away to Barboza. Down, here's Mello right through the crease.
Got to close down that boards.
Oh, get it up out of the zone. Mello and Barboza got to get back. Bastis will. Adam Bastis trying the stick drag. Couldn't get by LaRock. Bastis will control it on the side. Will send it behind the net. We are going to have a penalty coming up. Somerset Berkley is going to go to the power play with a chance to tie the game with 2:41 to go. And it's their fourth goal scorer, Lucas D'Souza, going to the box.
Just like that, you got one of their best players right off the ice. Somerset needs to take advantage of that right now.
Cruz and Barboza in the circle. Last chance to dance for the Raiders. Barboza wins it. It's Bastis getting it to Mason Sullivan. Bastis across. Mello has to go retrieve it. He'll go on the backhand. LaRock not going to win the race to it. Played behind. Here's Barboza. Nearly popped in front. Spurlett challenging. Barboza back out to the point. Sullivan to Barboza. Barboza holds. Gets it out. Here's Sullivan taking it and hit the post. Bastis. Sullivan walking in. The shot save. Rebound. Losing the crease. Tapped it wide. That was McKenna at the doorstep chance. 2 minutes to go. Barboza will circle it up at the red line. He walks in, waiting for help. Here's Mello across to Sullivan. Sullivan takes it. It was blocked by Cruz. Sullivan with Cruz applying the pressure. Played up. Short-handed chance for LaRock the other way. Saved by Rodriguez. $1.50 to go. 45 on the man advantage. Everybody in Somerset, Berkley, Seekonk, wherever you're watching, on their feet. Here's Bastis in. The shot saved by Howard. Another dangerous rebound. Sullivan controlling it with Gibson defending. Gibson looks like he has an angle on that puck. Cruz gonna send it all the way down. Final minute, the Indians lead by 1. When do you pull Rodriguez? You can make it 6-on-4 for 15 seconds if you want it. Here's the shot off the glass. There goes Rodriguez. Might have to retreat back. There he is. Rodriguez able to get it away to Barboza, and what do we got? A cross check.
And interesting there, Keegan. Notice how on the power play, they weren't aggressive down low and putting 2 men on the puck. Somerset only had 1 man on the puck and allowed Dartmouth to clear the puck much easier. If I'm Coach Snyder there, I'm, especially in this moment, urgency, and 2 people on the puck for sure. Biggest thing here is maintain possession on the power play late, but looks like we're going to go 4-on-4 for 2 seconds.
Dartmouth will take their timeout. And now, it doesn't even matter if they pull Rodriguez because it's still going to be even strength.
100% there, Keegan.
I mean, for both sides, what do you take away most from this game? Maybe something that they've done really, really well and something they got to improve on going into next week.
First of all, Somerset, I would say they played good, in my opinion, the second and third period. The slow start kind of got them held back, and they were 4-2 down going into the second. I thought they played pretty decently, besides maybe the beginning of the third period, but for most of all, the back end of the game, they played very well. And Dartmouth, I think they played well in a lot of areas. Allowing shots high in the zone, I think they should get more sticks on D-man sticks, and they've allowed a lot of shots high in their offensive zone, in their own defensive zone, excuse me. So,
got to win the face-off if you're Somerset Berkley here. And they do. It's going to be Sullivan to loft it up, trying to get a foot race going from Barboza. Barboza will get to it. Had an option in front. There it goes. Adam Bastos. No, it's saved by Howard. That was the chance right there. Bastos in the tie-up now with Gibson. Sticks being raised. They're going at it. Adam Bastos not playing the puck. Here's LaRocque with it. LaRocque feeds it across in the crease. Not there. 16 seconds to go. Here's Sullivan on the side. It's offside. Unbelievable.
Oh, Sullivan and D'Souza are going at it right now.
There's no way that was an offside. An absolute disgrace on this official tonight. He has blown so many calls. The Indians win it. Here's the shot, saved by Rodriguez. 10 seconds, you gotta go quick. Dartmouth just gonna walk it out. That's gonna do it. A back and forth battle. The Indians have won it 7-6. Well, the handshake line goes on. The Dartmouth Indians once again spoiling the party. Come out of Hetland Arena with a 7-6 home win. And as you guys know very well, this win huge for the power rankings side.
100%, Keegan. Especially in the D3 power rankings, when you can get that win over a D2 team, the people who do the power rankings look at that as a huge value win.
Tough sights to see, but you do gotta, I'm not gonna put the blame all on Gavin Rodriguez. You could say it's a whole defensive effort. Tough to win games when you're letting up 7 goals.
100%, Keegan. Though, it is a game with 6 people on the ice, right? A team game. I thought Rodriguez could have played a little better, but you could say that about everybody on the SB roster. Overall, a very good game, and back and forth. Shout out to Dartmouth for bringing the energy. This barn was on fire all night. I thought it was a great atmosphere for a great game.
Mikey, final thoughts before we sign off.
Yeah, I feel like similar to Mansfield on Monday, they were just really physical, really fast, really skilled team. I mean, you saw their stick handling skills. It was incredible. And I thought they even looked better than Mansfield, but nothing to keep your head down. Just, you know, these are the games these are the losses where you can learn lessons and end up winning a state championship. This possibly couldn't mean anything for the future.
Once again, next game for Somerset Berkley, we presume to be Friday. We don't have an official start time yet. Tabor Academy against the Old Rochester Fairhaven side. They look good this year. Do want to shout out Brian Moniz, doing good work on camera as always. You'll be back at it Tuesday filming basketball against Old Rochester. Anybody watching on the feed, hey, we need you there. Basketball Old Rochester, one of the biggest games of the year, if not the biggest. Mikey Alves, Joey Frank, good job as always helping out. And for your second and third times respectively, I think you guys have been absolutely killing it on the mic.
I appreciate it, Keegan. You too as always, but I mean, you already got the experience under your belt, but just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you again, Keegan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm Keegan Hamblett signing off on all of our feeds, wishing you the best. Be good to everybody, not just to those around you, but to yourself.